What's up, everyone? I'm Coach D. Hey, first of all, I want to thank every single one of you guys for subscribing to my page. We're less than 100 subscribers away from 20,000 subscribers. I really do appreciate you guys, so thanks in advance. Okay, if you guys have not watched the interview between BRETT BAIER and Kamala Harris on Fox News today, you need to go and watch it. Go watch the whole thing in its entirety because there are a lot of gems there. And Kamala Harris puts on a masterclass in how to go to Fox News, do an interview, control the room, control the interview, and make sure you get your agenda across to their viewers so they know what you're about. I'm going to play a couple of my favorite ones here. In this first clip, BRETT BAIER, he tried to get his dings and his zingers in and all of that. And in this one, he's basically saying, well, you've been vice president for 3 years already. Why should we expect your presidency to be any different from Joe Biden's presidency? Kamala Harris stops him in his tracks and says, no, my presidency will not be a continuation of Joe Biden's presidency.
Joe Biden, you're not Donald Trump, but nothing comes to mind that you would do differently?
Let me be very clear. My presidency will not be a continuation of Joe Biden's presidency. And like every new president that comes into office, I will bring my life experiences, my professional experiences, and fresh and new ideas. I represent a new generation of leadership. I, for example, am someone who has not spent the majority of my career in Washington, D.C. I invite ideas, whether it be from the Republicans who are supporting me, who were just on stage with me minutes ago, and the business sector, and others who can contribute to the decisions that I make about, for example, my plan for increasing the supply of housing in America and bringing down the cost of housing, addressing the issue of small businesses, which is about working with the private sector to bring more capital and access to capital to our small business leaders.
Increasing the supply of housing, lifting up small businesses, and I am so happy that she reminded him that she was just on stage recently, minutes ago, with Republicans who are supporting her. You don't have that with Donald Trump. There are no Democrats who are saying, you know what, I'm a Democrat, but I'm supporting Donald Trump, even though I know we're going to have some ideological differences. No, you don't have that. But you have many, for the first time in history, you have many people who worked with or under Donald Trump who are saying he is unfit to be president. And even though I'm a Republican, I am still supporting Kamala Harris. That is amazing. And then in this next clip, he wants to get her to talk about Joe Biden. They want to talk about Joe Biden's mental decline and all these things. And I love that she said, Brett, Joe Biden is not on the ballot, but Donald Trump is. And what she does here is so great because she basically says to answer his question, she answers his question by going and talking about the people that are on the ballot. Her and Donald Trump. And something else I want you to notice about her interview, there's no weaving happening. She's asked a question, she gives a clear and concise and coherent answer. And so BRETT BAIER trying to get her to talk about Joe Biden, she's like, I'm here to talk about me. I'm here to talk about my agenda and the contrast between myself and Donald Trump.
Brett, Joe Biden is not on the ballot.
I understand.
And Donald Trump
but
is.
You talked about it.
And Donald Trump
after George Clooney said within a few minutes of talking to President Biden at a fundraiser that he thought this was not the same Joe Biden that we saw on the debate stage.
Donald Trump is on the ballot.
I understand. You met with him at least once a week for 3.5 years. You didn't have any concerns?
I think the American people have a concern about Donald Trump, which is why the people who know him best, including leaders of our national security community, have all spoken out. Even people who worked for him in the Oval Office, worked with him in the Situation Room, and have said he is unfit and dangerous and should never be president of the United States again, including his former vice president, which is why the job was open for him to choose another running mate. So that is a fact.
I'm telling you guys, clip after clip after clip, I'm just watching it and I am in awe. The fact that she went into the belly of the beast, went on to Fox News and said, you know what? I'm going to handle you guys. You are not going to handle me. And she did. And you know how you know she did such a good job? Because the Trump surrogates are out there trying to discredit her. They're trying their best to discredit her. They can't, though. They can't. Because this was a masterclass, again, in her going into the belly of the beast, going to Fox News, standing toe-to-toe with BRETT BAIER and giving it to him. This is why, again, this is why, again, I support Kamala Harris. I don't support her because I don't look like Donald Trump. I don't support her because his policies are horrible. I support her because I think she actually gives a better vision for America than he does. Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in their heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.